This is supposed to be the last of a 3-part series on the topic, is marriage a scam? Let me quickly say that the issues raised in this series are specific to a subset and by no means apply to all men or women. Now, having said this, please buckle up for the ride. In the first 2 parts of this series, I spoke mainly on issues revolving around some modern women in Nigeria. Obviously, the issues apply to some women in other climes based on some of the feedback I have received. How did we get here though? How have we arrived at a point where it seems marriages are no longer relevant to many? Some marry just to check the box that says married, but nothing in the institution of marriage is attractive to them. Last week, I said that in the year 2023, 70 to 80% of divorces are initiated by women. When they are educated, it jumps to 90%. Why? Why is this so? Why are women rushing out of marriages? Beyond the fact that it's no longer culturally inappropriate to be divorced, what else is causing this trend? I believe this has been caused by years, decades, centuries of abuse by men, and women have finally had enough. Where do we men get off thinking we are a special breed who have conquered the opposite sex? We have read the Bible upside down and now actually think that women were created for servitude. Even men who have never entered the 4 walls of a church in their lives know these 2 Bible scriptures concerning women in marriage. 1, it's not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helper fit for him. As far as they are concerned, he says, I will make him a servant fit for him. 2, wives, submit to your husbands as is fitting in the Lord. Ignorant men, submit means to them become a slave, become a mumu before your husband. This is all we see, and then believe that women are servants who share our beds, clean up after us, cook for us, and rear our kids. Some of us see them as our slaves. What percentage of men do you think see women as equals? Let's not even go there. Look around you and see the inequality everywhere. They don't get equal wages, equal opportunities, equal treatment. This is the world they were born into. This is the life they have lived for centuries. But guess what, guys? It seems we have been born into the time and season when women have now said enough is enough. They're not saying, who the heck are you? You ain't smarter, you ain't more exposed, you got nothing that I don't have. And if there's any such thing you have, I can do without it. This is what women are saying to us today. How dare you think I'm your slave? How dare you disrespect me? How dare you subject me to abuse and expect that I will take it? No way, no more. Women have come into their own. Men are in trouble and society is in disarray. If you don't believe me, please reflect on the ills in society and you see that it's directly or indirectly linked to the failure of the marriage institution. Do you know why this institution is failing? Because ignorant men undermined the institution. We thought we were marriage experts. All you have to do is to be like a boss. So you see a guy who is so sweet when he's wooing a girl, but immediately they are pronounced man and wife, he starts raising his shoulder for her. They don't stay in the kitchen together anymore. Whatever he demands from her is his divine right. I can imagine my wife watching this video now. She say, so you know this. Whatever he gives to her is from his divine benevolence. A king is born. Come here, do this, say that. Women lose their identities and their confidence because of marriage. Women used to believe that this is what marriage was all about, humble servitude. Your mothers taught you this, society demanded this of you, and so you became who God did not create you to be. Most men were taught by their mothers to be emperors in marriage. You see a man who can't even provide 2 meals a day in his home, demanding to be treated like a king. Not be only king, The truth is that a 10-minute video is not enough for me to describe or itemize the horrors women endured and are still enduring in the name of marriage. And even as they seek their freedom, we are using everything to fight it. We use the pulpit to preach servitude but call it submission. We use our control of government and the economy to keep them in check. We use wages to show them they are not equal to us. We use scarce opportunities to show them they are inferior to us. We use physical strength to show them they are helpless before us. The truth is that we men have to go for deliverance. Deliverance from ignorance. Deliverance from arrogance. Deliverance from the evil software operating in our hearts called, I am the man. Which man are you? This is not the man God created us to be. Most of us, me included, are guilty. It's like we were born to enslave human beings like us. The world made the Holocaust an issue. Wars and those who died and die in them remain issues till date. Pandemics have ravaged the world, but none of these can compare to what men have done to women throughout the ages. Absolutely nothing can compare to the horror and terror inflicted on women in the sanctity of their so-called God-ordained marriages. What a travesty. What a calamity. We changed the goalpost in the middle of the game and said no more polygamy, yet our hearts remain polygamous and our actions adulterous. We want to eat our cake and have it. We have commercialized our women because our hearts are cold and have nothing of substance to offer. But now we accuse them of selling themselves. Who created the marketplace in the first place? Our mothers, sisters, daughters are victims of a state-sanctioned, religion-sanctioned crime. We see them live in fear and sadness and pretend all is well. All is not well and all has never been well. As long as you believe the ignorant narrative that a woman is inferior to you, that she was born to serve you and lives at your pleasure, then you are guilty of this sin. Marriage between a man and a woman or women still remains the greatest asset or blessing given to mankind by God. And God said, let us make man in our image. Who is God referring to as man here? Let me continue. After our likeness, and let them have dominion. Who is the them that shall have dominion? Over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. Who is God referring to as man and them? We'll soon find out. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he, him. Male and female created he, them. This is Genesis first chapter. Genesis 1, 26 to 28. The first chapter, he said God created he, him, male and female created he, them. And God blessed them. He blessed them jointly. He blessed them as distinct people created in his image and likeness. He didn't bless the woman through the man. No. He pronounced a corporate blessing over male and female, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it and have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the fowl of the air and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. The last verse of Genesis 1 says, and God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. God saw that the way he created man and woman was good. It was good. Why do we always leave this narrative in the first chapter of the Bible and go to the second chapter that says, and the rib which the Lord God had taken from man made he a woman and brought her into the man. She's from me. She's my rib. She's my property. Not be only rib. Eat the rib now. We continue to contend with women because of ignorance. A woman is not and can never be your property. She is your partner. This is the meaning of, and the Lord God said, it's not good that the man should be alone. I will make him an help meet for him. A help meet for him. A help equal to his stature. A partner for him, so that together they can conquer, so that they can combine the abundant talent and potential Yahweh put in them and prosper. The woman is your partner. Your business partner is not your house help, and neither is he or she your property. Your wife is also not your possession. Together with your wife or wives, you have dominion over everything God has created. Together you chart the obstacle course of life. Together you are victorious. Men, we need to get this into our thick skulls. It's not a case of the man is the federal government and the woman is the state government or an agency under the federal government. No. Man and woman are equal arms of government, none superior to the other. There's nothing wrong with the institution of marriage, but there's everything wrong with willful ignorance. Your inability to use all the features of an iPhone or any other smartphone doesn't reduce its value or make it less smart. It only makes you less efficient. Your inability to understand that your wife is your partner doesn't make marriage a weak or failed institution. It only stops you from tapping into the blessings inherent in a strong partnership. Marriage will not stop being what God has designed it to be because man chose not to read the owner's manual. We can't continue to operate in the law and the curses that came as a result of the law. First came the law, then came love. Does it mean that the law didn't work? No. First came fuel engines and then came electric engines. Does it mean that fuel engines don't work? No. A marriage built on love is cleaner and more efficient than one built on the law. It's that simple. There was no instruction to love your wife in the Old Testament, but there was in the New Testament. So many marriages are operating on Old Testament principles. Hence, they make a vow on the wedding day which they can't keep, for no man can keep the law. The operating principle of the New Testament is not the vow, it is love. A love engraved and ingrained in our hearts that shows us our equality before God. Love covers our fault and shows our strength. Hence they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is in the eye of he, she who loves. Love only sees good. Love shows us why we need each other in this partnership. God has deposited the blessings tied to marriage in a joint account. Only those whose hearts are one, only those who are in agreement, only those who are truly partners can draw down to the fullness of this account. I truly thought I could finish this series today, but I have so much more to say. For now, I just want to say to my wife and every other woman out there who has had a raw deal because of ignorance of men like me, please forgive me, for I didn't know better. I was wrong. My mistakes were mistakes of the head and not of the heart. My heart has always been in the right place, but my head led me astray. You're smart, beautiful, and strong. You're an equal partner in this journey of life. I will consult with you. I will seek your counsel. I will walk side by side with you. I will do that which you can't do, as I know you will do that which I can't do. We'll teach each other in love. We'll submit ourselves to God as we seek guidance and knowledge in and of his ways. His banner over us will always remain love. Today, I declare that marriage is not a scam. I love you. God bless you all.